Yo, 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 what is up, YouTube? Playing some Lancelot here today, not for the A through Z series. And we're doing a Bastet video today for that, and Bastet keeps getting banned. And I said keeps getting banned because here we are in our third game as Lancelot. You may be wondering, like, Jesse, why? Why is it your third game? Why haven't we seen the other games? Well, it's not the standard story of, like, I forgot to unmute my mic, or it was, like, boring, or whatever, because I actually got two pretty good games. It was going to be a two-parter for you guys, and maybe it still is. I don't know. Guess we're going to find out. But, yeah, I actually went against a Masters player with his Masters Arachne, and it was a pretty good game, pretty good recordings. I think I did a good job commentating. Oh, we need to get a recipe. I think I did a pretty good job overall, and then I was really proud of myself, ready to upload these games, right? And then I go to check the recordings, and my mic is off, and I'm like, oh, did I forget to unmute my mic? Well, no, it turns out because, and by the way, it's always the same program that does this to me. It's not like my whole PC, it's just one program. I don't know why. Logitech G Hub, for those of you who know what that is. But Logitech G Hub, for whatever reason, just resets all the time, and I have to delete it and reinstall it, and I have to redo my settings. And yeah, long story short, my microphone wasn't even set up to Streamlabs OBS. It wasn't muted, it just wasn't even connected. So I just played Smite for like 30-40 minutes, commentating, beating buns up with Lancelot, playing out of my mind. Won both games pretty hard against the Thanatos and an Arachne, and I can't even use them anymore, so oh well, I'm sad. I'm very sad. But here we are. And also we're in a matchup that we didn't even want in particular, by the way, because the main reason I don't want to face Anubis is because, well, I never want to face Anubis, to be honest. He's really boring to play against, and I hate him with a passion. But also because he can stun me out of my, Lancelot can be stunned out of his horse, and I don't really like that. Alright, so that was like the most awkward clear of all time, but you know, could have been worse. Whatever. Certainly could have been worse. No, don't stun me out of my thing. Ah, yes. I love fighting Anubis. Ah, yes, dude. I knew today was too good of a day, man. Like, I was doing such a good job in the commentating those games, and I was, you know, I was feeling too good. I was feeling too good. Had to be something wrong with today, huh? Not only do I have to scrap my two games because my mic, I didn't talk a single time. It would just be gameplay. Not only do I have to scrap those two games, but now I'm also in a matchup that I really did not want. You guys might notice I actually skipped a ban. I skipped my last ban, my final ban. The reason for that was because I was trying to get Bastet through. And I was like, I don't really need to ban anything else for Bastet. And I don't really want, I want them to have more options to ban besides Bastet so I can get her, right? So I passed the ban, and then they last banned Bastet. What I'm getting at here is I could have banned like Olderun or Anubis, you know, two characters I didn't really want to face. Olderun just because his early is so strong, not because he can stun my horse, but anyways, I can't ban Anubis now, can I? This means I can't do anything in the early. Like, I'm pretty sure I could probably win this late game, probably. You know, maybe. Who knows? I'm an assassin versus Anubis. Maybe things are looking okay to a certain degree, but what in the world? But this early game is the struggle bus, man. You know, you would think that assassins would be good early game in Duel, especially against mages, but like, it's just the wave clear aspect. I mean, assassins were literally designed to clear jungle camps, not waves, and so it's not to say that they can't do it. You've even got some exceptional ones like Pele. Her clear is really good, right? But generally speaking, assassins are not meant to clear the minion waves, so yeah, it's a struggle. Also, he has so much healing. Hopefully he doesn't invade my blue because I decided to, like, quote-unquote greed that wave. I don't think it was too greedy. I don't think so. Dude, I'm so sad. I feel like I did such a good job. Like that was like the best commentating or narrating or whatever you want to call it, whatever the term is. It's like the best job I've done so far in a YouTube video. Especially the first one when I was playing against Masters Arachne. And I still have to do even more too. I have to record best stats still. Guys, I feel sorry for me, guys. Seriously, like being a YouTuber and trying to make a living off of playing video games is so hard, guys. Please, seriously, feel bad for me. Now, if you guys wanted to donate, you know, and like, you know, support the cause, like I have a whole Minecraft family to feed. Like, to be clear, not a real family, but like a Minecraft family, you know. I don't even know if I have my donation stuff in the description of my videos or not, to be honest. I probably should. Just in case there's that one guy out there. That one guy who's like, you know what? I didn't even want this money anyways. Here you go, sir. I don't think I can... Okay. Well, good thing I didn't just back. Oh. Well, that's not good. Alright, so it is possible that I would consider the fact that I may potentially be playing incredibly greedy and stupidly, and I might lose off of that. But other than that, I think we're playing perfect. Like, other than the fact that we're playing really bad, like really bad and really poorly and making a ton of mistakes, if you just don't even think about that and just think about the fact that I'm playing perfectly, then you'll realize that I'm actually playing perfectly. So it's kind of like when people say that, like, Jesse, how are you a good player when I just saw you lose last week? It's like, I didn't lose last week, you know? I don't remember losing last week. I never lose because I have short-term memory loss. That's the main issue. I only remember the wins. You know, jokes aside, I feel like that is how you know, the average Smite player sees it though. Like the average Smite player, I feel like could just lose like 5 assault games in a row. And like, you know, they're complaining, whatever. But like the moment they win a game, they're spam laughing and they don't care anymore. They're chill. They're like, yep, finally got the dub. That's all I needed. 3 hours of pain for that W. Too easy. Are we invading this, perhaps? Are we invading this? Well, his thing is down now. Oh, and I missed that. Oh, by the way, I mentioned in the first game I played with Lancelot, my first recording, I am by no means a Lancelot pro. And, oh my god, I just realized I explained so much in the first video that I haven't explained yet. I mean, not that it's that important, it's really not. It's just mostly just excuses, but I just wanted to say, why am I playing Lancelot? I don't know, because I need another video for the A through Z. We're just getting XP over the wall, by the way, while we stalemate. I would not call this a stalemate, per se. I mean, it is a stalemate, but I'm winning it because I'm getting XP over the wall, and he's not. And he doesn't realize that, obviously. So we'll just sit here all day, man. I don't care. Make him think that I'm autoing it.
Time to ride, old friend.
Time to ride. Dude, this is such an awkward situation. I'm running out of mana. Oh well. I deserve the pain that's coming. Wait. Maybe not too much pain? Okay, okay, he's too scared to go for my blue. Alright, so basically that extended little stretch we just did right there for the blue buff, as long as we don't get our blue buff stolen, all we did was basically lose the red buff, essentially. He got his blue buff, like he normally would have, and we lost the red buff, which definitely sucks, but if I had to guess, I would say that we probably lost about as much XP and gold off that red buff as we did, like, stalling over the wave. Like getting all that XP over the wall, I meant to say. Like trying to think about what to do with this Anubis while also speaking. I mean, he doesn't really do that much damage. Never thought I'd say that about an Anubis. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I guess he just overvalued his lifesteal there, but we have a Pestilence. Like, Pestilence is very good into Anubis, especially at this stage of the game. We'll go straight into this, probably. I don't know. This is a bit of a different one because I have to go Pestilence this game. My first two games were against a physical god, and I got to go Breastplate, and it felt great. I got tons of cooldown, mana, and I actually delayed my Hydras a lot because of that, but I ended up going Hydras early game this time because I kind of feel like I need it for the cooldown, for one, because we don't have a Breastplate, we have a Pestilence. We don't even have the magical equivalent, which would be like Genji's. Because we're against a freaking Anubis, man. So I went the Hydras earlier than I normally do because it helps me with cooldown and mana. Like, it has mana stats on it. Like, it has mana on it, but it also has MP5 on the passive, so. So yeah, we're definitely getting this early so we can not run out of mana too bad. For those of you who don't know, Hydra's passive, here I'll show it on screen. It actually gives you MP5 per total amount of mana missing. It's kind of like Sands of Time. I believe Sands of Time, the mage starter, works similarly, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, we definitely like it for the mana. I just felt the need to point that out because truly I don't think Hydra's is bad early game or mid game, but I don't think it's amazing. Like, Hydra's mid game used to feel better. It doesn't feel as good these days after the power changes and whatnot. And even then, I don't think it was that amazing. But, so long story short, I don't think Hydra's third is that powerful, but it does help me with the quality of life, you know? It does help me with my mana and my cooldown, so we're picking it up for sure. And it's not like it's a sloucher against gods, you know? I'm not saying it's bad, it's just a third item crusher would definitely do more damage. For sharks. Also more expensive, though. Pretty sure. Just killing those small guys. I guess it's just that easy, man. Now, we are at the stage of the game where I can finally do assassin things to this guy, like Anubis, I mean. And it may seem like I overhyped Anubis a little bit, like, because now I'm beating him up. Like, what was the problem originally, you know? To be clear, I was never trying to say that I would lose to an Anubis. I'm just saying it's a lot harder than, like, other matchups because he has the stun and he's really good early, and Lancelot's not the most amazing god early game. So it's more of like an annoyance factor. It's not so much that I really thought, oh, I'm against an Anubis, you know, GG, right? It's not really like that. It's more of just, actually, I think I just get this. Yeah, let's get Thorns of Sapping Strength. Maybe it's a little bit of a misplay to get this. I don't really think so, though. I don't really think so, though. Basically, we're not going to go Brawlers this game. We're just going to use the Pestilence. And honestly, Pestilence probably would have been enough to deal with this healing. But we're getting the Thorns for two reasons, because it helps the Pestilence deal with his lifesteal. It does reduce lifesteal made against you while you're Thorns if you buy the one that I got. And so it helps the Pestilence, but that's not even just the main issue. That's more of like the icing on the cake, you know? That's not the cake, that's the icing. The cake is that we're going to be reflecting a ton of his damage back to him, and Anubis kind of has a hard time dealing with that, especially when you're already doing a high amount of damage to him. Like, if your character or whatever isn't doing that much damage, Thorns isn't going to solo him probably. But if you're doing a lot of damage alongside the Thorns, you can definitely own him for sure. I think I kind of want to dive him. If I did stop his back there, I would have stopped his back, walked away a little bit, and then tried to ult in probably. And then when he turns on me under his tower, I would have popped Thorns. I really do think we could have killed him there. We hit him with the slow. I mean, we could probably just dive this guy. Yeah, I mean, there's not really like much I can do to misplay that, to be honest. Like, I actually did kind of misplay it, but as long as I don't get too messed up by the stun, I don't even know if he used his stun on me when I pre-beats. It doesn't really matter to me because either way it would work out. I just needed to not get stunned. Doesn't really matter if he was saving it or not. But as long as I pop my thorns and my beads there, that tower is sure as heck not going to save him. So, boom. This is kind of how my first game went, to be honest, where it was like, I mean, it was a lot more competitive, don't get me wrong, but I think I ended the game at like 14 or 15 minutes, and that's why I made it a two-parter. And hopefully I don't end this game that early, man. I would like to make this game go to at least 20 minutes, if possible, without trolling too hard. Like, I don't want to just sit there and wait. I want to play normally, but still have the game go to 20 minutes. But maybe that's not possible, I don't know. Okay, he's kind of owning me. Oh. Ooh. Noob Lancelot play. What do we want here? Do we already have the Crusher? We do already have the Crusher. I think we just go serrated then. And we double up on our power. I'm going to buy this too, even though it's down. I would like it to be up as much as possible. It being down is a little bit of a problem. Honestly, I don't think my beads not being up hinders me, like, as far as, like, I don't think it means he can just kill me. But it does mean that I might not be able to kill him. Like, if he stuns me and runs away, you know. Also, the bees, it's kind of hard to dive towers and stuff while you're stunned as well. That's another thing. Like, tower dives need to be concise and calculated. So I need my beads up for that kind of stuff. Although he doesn't really have any objectives up right now. I don't have my ult up, and he has a red buff. I don't have my beads up either. Ow, ow, ow. Yeah, see, that's what I meant right there by, like, I don't think that not having beads is going to get me killed necessarily. It almost did, but I don't think it's going to get me killed. It's more of just like I can't kill him. Because even right now, like, me surviving that seems great because I didn't have to use anything. And it is great that I lived there. But to that same point, I can't kill him. I have to back now because I didn't have my beads up. So, no way this dude got Soul Reaver. What in tarnation? But yeah, I hope you guys are okay with this video. Like, I'm not going to lie, my other games were kind of stomps too. Maybe I'll show you guys them at the end of the video. But, you know, this game seems a bit sleeper. He's kind of just running away. He's just an Anubis versus a Lancelot. But I'll show you my other games. It actually has been like this. Even against a Masters player and a Masters Arachne, I've just been smoking people with the Lancelot, man. Not to say he's like a top 10 god. I explained this in the first game, by the way, when my mic was muted. But Lancelot is not like a top 10 god by any means, but he's solid. And one of the main reasons why I wanted to play play him for this video was actually just to show you guys that he's solid, because he literally never gets picked. Release me, I command you. So yeah, we're gonna go into the end game lobby here, and I'm actually gonna tab out so I can mute Smite so you guys don't hear Lancelot being super loud in the background. I hate that so much, by the way. It's so silly that like the characters make so much noise in the background that I have to mute my Smite. Like when you go to the scoreboard, it should just mute. Like what I'm referring to, by the way, is when he's doing this stuff, making a bunch of noise, you don't hear it because I muted it. But when he's doing this, making a bunch of noise, when you go over to this screen, you shouldn't have to hear that noise. You know, like I don't know. But anyways, this is my normal build for Lancelot. I don't know why he built like this. He probably should have, I mean, this is a pretty standard build overall. He just, I don't know why he went Soul Reaver. He should have went Chronos Pin it there. 1 game away from Masters and Q to 5 GMs in a row. Sag. Oof. GG's. Okay, so yeah, this guy's not like bronze. He's 1 game away from Masters. That's pretty fair. Let me take a drink, actually. But yeah, anyways, I'll show you guys my other Lancelot games so you guys can see my different builds here. This is the first game against an Arachne. Pretty much you'll notice a lot of reoccurring items. It's mainly just the order that changes around. I pretty much always go Soul Eater. I always go Crusher. I always go Serrated. I'd say 95% of the time I go Hydras. The main thing that differs is what defense do you need? I'd say against like most physicals, you probably always go Breastplate. And against most magicals, you go Genjis. And you just get Brawlers if you need anti-heal. But against Anubis, he's actually just a special case, and maybe even like a Bancroft's Freya too. You go Pestilence against it for sure. And here's my second game that I played, Ollie 22. And as you can see, same type of build, maybe a different order. I don't even remember. Oh yeah, I got Brawlers early on this game because he's a Thanatos and he heals a fair amount. And then we went this build right here, and it got a little bit changed up because we actually didn't go Brawlers. We went a different anti-heal option, Pestilence. And we went Hydras early because we wanted the mana from it. Because normally we would have the mana from Breastplate and be fine. And get even more mana later with the Hydras. So overall, I would say the Lancelot build is pretty stable, at least in my opinion. I think he's just an ability-based assassin, and that it's not that there's not a lot of good items for them. It's actually that there is a lot of good items. And you can go Transcendence if you want, although I really don't think you need it. He's not that mana hungry, especially if you have a Breastplate or a Hydras. I don't think you need it, but you definitely could go it. I'm just gonna put my standard build here to help you guys out. My standard build in like most games, the order can change up a bit, but most games, also another reason, key point here, the main reason why I go Crusher third usually is because I usually get a power potion. You know, I'll get this thing, which will give me cap cooldown. And so the Hydra's third isn't as powerful as it might be because I'm already max cooldown and Crusher just does more damage, right? But if you didn't want to go a power pot, you could definitely put Hydra's here instead. I could understand that 100%. Boom. I'd probably go... Wait, what do we even have down already? Oh yeah, I'd probably go Serrated Edge and Anti-Heal if you needed it. Now you can do this in whatever order, right? Like if you needed Anti-Heal third, or say you wanted this, and then these two, boom, call it a day right there. Too easy for you. Some honorable mentions that I would put down here. Actually, the problem is like, I don't know how good Heartseeker is. Like Heartseeker got changed a bit a little while back, and I don't feel like it's better than Hydra's now. And Hydra's kind of like takes the place for it in the pen section. As you can see, we have 40% pen in this build. So to go Heartseeker here, you'd be overcapping your pen. Now I'm gonna just say right now, overcapping your pen is not that big of a deal. Like if you want, you could just do this build and be overcapping your pen by 10%, and it would still be very good. Not a problem, but I just don't value the Heartseeker that much these days. Basically, I think the Hydras is what replaces it for me. If you're not a big Hydras fan, you don't auto cancel a lot in between your items or whatever, or you simply just like Heartseeker more, you can do the same build, just swap out. You don't want to get Heartseeker until late game probably. So I would say like boom, boom, Heartseeker last. If you are going to build Heartseeker, I definitely recommend you do it in 6th slot anytime you do it. But yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it overall, but that leaves the question of when you do a build like this, what do you go? Because obviously the answer, boom, boom, boom. Obviously the answer is anti-heal. That's what you get as like your last item. But what if you don't need anti-heal, right? I'd say it's pretty rare that you don't, so you're not really going to run into this problem that much, but you could go with dominance. You know, that's going to help your Hydra's autos hit even harder. You could go the Heartseeker like we talked about. Honestly, there's not a ton of other options, I don't think, in my opinion. Like, you can go any power item you want. You can even get an attack speed item if you really wanted to, but me personally, I would just recommend you get the Brawlers. You're going to need it in most games. Or just go the Heartseeker, man. That's probably overcapping pen in this situation is probably better than any other option you have. But that's just me. If you want to get real crazy, yeah. What if you get a crit with your Hydra's proc? It could be absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. It's also an anti-heal option if you go the glyph. Overall, that's my build. Pretty much every single game I would do on Lancelot. Some honorable mentions, I guess. Like I said, honorable mentions, Transcendence, and then we'll pull this up to get the Heartseeker. Some honorable mentions here. Pretty decent items overall. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Sorry if it was kind of boring or whatever. Like I said, That was my third game up for Lancelot, and as you can see, 5-0, 13-minute win, 4-0, 14-minute win, 4-0, 17-minute win. Lancelot's pretty powerful, man. He's pretty powerful. As long as you're not against the top 5 GM player in the whole world, playing the top 5 god, you know, Lancelot's good. You should definitely give him a shot if you enjoy playing him. I will just say he's not the most straightforward character for newer players as far as when to go in, when to reset, you know, when to take a fight, etc., whatever. He's not the most straightforward, but if you like Lancelot, and you may have thought that he was bad in Duel because you never see him played, well, there are some hidden gems in Duel that are just unpopular for whatever reason, but they're definitely fine, and Lancelot is one of them. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.